I give myself a solid C+ to B- on the Photopea progress report. Working my best to get my thumbnails done entirely in Photopea. This one I wrestled through and did entirely in Photopea. I used my weekly template for it, and I'm still having a bear of a time on text, frames, and I'm learning about organization. One of the things that I'm learning is that when you find something works and it's working for you, you then take that and transfer it over to another file. For example, I realized that I did not have my white on black frame in my thumbnail here, and I chased it down from my photo library, and then I transferred it over going to the frame right here, and you right click on there and you can copy somewhere. Come on, don't lie to me. Oh, now watch it not work for me. Duplicate. Yeah, duplicate into. Like I said, a C+ to B-. Okay, duplicate into, and what I did was I duplicated it into my weekly intro. As soon as I did that, I made sure to also, because my weekly intros I use as a template. Whenever you open a template, it'll change it to a .psd. To change that, to get that T in there, I saved it as a PSDT. Now whatever changes I make are going to be changes to the template in this one. This is the thumbnail for today's video, and we've already done a little bit of work on it. Now it's time to put some text in there, finish it off, show you one of my two of my problems actually. I'm having trouble with coloring, and I'm also having trouble with stroke, and I'll show you what I'm talking about in just a half a second. We're going to call this progress report. Let's add some text. Let's put it up here, add a layer, just a new layer, even though I know that the text will add a layer anyways when I go to start doing it. We're text. Belo, I like that. Color, I don't want blue, I want yellow. Getting a little bit more of the hang of this. And we put it here, and we're going to call this progress. Now this is my trouble I'm having with stroke. Let's turn it off for now. Stroke, come on, we're off. Oh, I'm going to have to go like this to turn it off. Now it's off. Progress, and I forgot to make it all caps. Now let's move it and have it the way we want it to be. We'll go with free transform if we can do that. Yay! If you hold your control key down, which it should show, you can actually do all sorts of weird things with it. And it gives you a lot more latitude. Like if I want to stretch out just this little part here, now make me a liar. Let's try this again. Well, anyways, that's close to the way I want it anyways. When it doesn't work the way you want, just be happy with it. We still have to layer, and let's go layer it over the frame just to give it a little bit difference. Now here's one of the problems I've been having is with Photopea. I don't know if Photoshop does the same thing. Let's say I want to do a stroke on this where I have an outline of say 3 pixels, and we put the stroke in. Notice how I'm getting this these are going into my text, and I can't stand that. The only way I can get around that is to have it an extra layer on top of it, which to me is kind of ridiculous, but that's just part of, all right, Control J, I think. No, Control E. I'm trying to remember how to duplicate a layer. Oh, I know what it was. I wasn't I wasn't out of this control box. You have to exit a control box before you're done with that. Now, seeing as we have this over it, I can get around it by going into this one and taking the stroke off. And that should, well, actually, what we're going to do is highlight it all first. Come on, you. My bar is all the way up here for some reason, because it likes to give me a hard time. Let's go back here to progress. Now we're going to remove the stroke, and that's the only way I can get the stroke, and I have to have 2 layers to do stroke, which I'm not used to. I don't know if it's Photopea or if this is a normal thing for Photoshop also. Went back and corrected it. Here it is right here. Rasterized the image and then free transformed it so that it has more of a uniform look to it, and I like that better. Totally forgot to put in the brand for Photopea. Here it is. I start at 1920 by 1080, and if I have to, I reduce it down. Love you all. Bye-bye.